We hear these. We
Is the battery charged on the phone? No.
we don't need this one charged. We need that one charged. Don't start me tonight, bitch.
Wait up.
I'm gonna blame it on you.
You can't blame it on me. He just got here.
First off, Craig.
Ain't no first off. I don't
First
understand
off,
why you
Craig,
always gotta wait
you-
until. Why you always gotta
First off-
wait? Ain't no first off. Why you always gotta wait until you know we gotta go in here for it to be going all the way out to fucking Latonia?
No, girl. First off, bitch, it's your fault. Cause bitch, you was in the shower.
Bitch, I'm here.
No.
I'm here on location
You was in the shower though,
at
girl.
8:35.
Girl, you was in the shower from 8:35 to 9:15.
No, that was when I noticed that you called me.
And girl, I had been called you, and then.
But the bottom line is, you were nowhere in the vicinity. You were not in Atlanta proper. You were out in Latonia. Now, what did you have to do that was so important to go out there?
Girl, don't worry about it.
That's your problem, your fast ass. Because you smelling like sex.
Girl, you lying. First off, I ain't even had no sex, bitch, while you sitting up there.
Well, you smelling like outdoors.
Girl, you lying.
Smelling like burnt matches.
You just want to have some shit to say, cause girl,
Oh,
I wasn't here at 9 o'clock.
You absolutely
I
were
wasn't
not.
here, but girl, I sent you the picture. Girl, showed you there was an accident and the traffic was backed up. I was stuck for 20 minutes. Now, girl, I said I was gonna come tomorrow, but I said, you know, I'm still.
I got things to do tomorrow.
Oh, so you ain't gonna be on here tomorrow?
I'm gonna be on here tomorrow, but the schedule doesn't fit you in.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm keep that same energy tomorrow. Don't say, bitch, come on over.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out why you got to report to work late.
First off, Craig, I couldn't do too bad. The motherfucker gave me a Fiji water tonight.
That's because somebody sponsored that for you for this week. Trust. If nobody sponsors for next week, you will not have a Fiji.
You know what, bitch?
I'm just trying to figure out why you knew what time we were coming on here.
Right, but bitch, I was stuck, and I told you that I was stuck in traffic.
It wasn't that much traffic that got you stuck.
I even sent you the picture of me in traffic.
Aunt Tanya, I don't know what sunt is. I know you sent the picture of yourself in traffic. What time was that though? That was at 8:46, and you were
no, bitch. That wasn't at 8:46, girl.
The time of the picture is right there, 8:46 p.m.
But girl, I still was stuck, girl.
Crazy bitch.
So I can show the people.
Talking about heat.
But it don't matter. I'm here now, bitch.
What time did you go out to Latonia?
Girl, it don't matter. Bitch, I had to change.
She act like she in a helicopter. She act like she traveled by helicopter. You know the fucking traffic here is horrible. She act like she gets around town in a chopper.
The Lord said.
The Lord didn't tell your ass to
The
come.
Lord said, "You come as you are, even if you come late, as long as you there." So, girl, I'm here. Amen.
Well, you tell that to them.
What the Lord said, come as you are, even if you late, long as you there. So, bitch, I'm here. So, what's up?
Kelsey Moe too wants to know if she can get her nose pierced.
When
Are you in Georgia?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is she in Georgia?
See, this is why I'm fool with a lot of these millennials. You see how they just come in here?
Girl, but don't act like, bitch, because you had me banging on the door, and girl, you was like,
You lying. I was right there
girl,
when you knocked on the door.
Scoot over, you was talking about me with your friend.
I was not talking about you.
Because your friend said, girl, be good, because he walking in the door.
No. I was talking to my friend Sydney. You know Sydney, who does the candles. And I was telling him that he should come over in the next few weeks to sell some candles for the holiday. You know, I'm supportive of people. And then when you knocked on the door, I said, Sydney, I got to go. Because a friend of mine is at the door with his late ass.
Stop smacking, girl. What questions at? Where everything got? Thought you had everything together.
I got that.
Okay, go ahead. I'm ready.
Because
I ain't gonna argue with you for 20 minutes. 20 more minutes. Because I was already stuck for 20. Girl, I ain't got another 20 to argue.
Well, I do.
Well, I don't. Girl, my time is ticking, girl. Yours ticking too, girl.
Well, you gonna be here till at least 10:25.
No, girl, I said no. I'm not talking about time. I'm talking about your time, girl. You know, you're already aging, girl.
No, that's okay.
You don't
Boys like that.
You
Silver.
don't need to waste no more minutes.
The boys like that, Silver. Good day thinker. Wait, hold on, my girl Liz. Don't be trying to rush me. You know, good day thinkers.
Girl,
Okay.
Where my vodka pops? Where the liquor at?
She only sent us enough for one night. You look like she sent us some for the month.
Oh, girl, I thought she had some.
No,
I thought she had.
She took 2 out of the package and sent them over here.
Girl, I thought she had to sponsor us for the whole month.
The C bus. You see this? In grade.
Thank you.
He took
the C.
the C bus.
Oh, the C bus.
Uh-huh.
Oh, girl, I thought you said the Sheba.
That didn't even sound like I said that. Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers.
Can I get some camera time? There we go. They get tired of looking at you, girl.
Well, girl, they're here for me. I mean,
on Thursdays is my night. Thursdays is my night. Girl, you got Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
Well, girl, you barely got here tonight.
But I say, as long as I'm here, that's all that matters.
He coming in here looking for some more vodka pops. Girl, she ain't sponsored the whole month.
Girl, you ain't asked me how my week been, girl.
Well, girl, I didn't get a chance
to. You know I've been stressing, girl. It's been a long couple of months.
What are you stressing about?
Girl, what I told you about.
Wait, what? The new...
No.
What?
Girl.
Wait, whisper it. Wait, what? Get off of me. Anyway, listen. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig, TheWriter student. This is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Listen, I just got a cash app from Alicia for $20. She's gifting a book to the Lost and Found LGBTQ organization that I'm donating books to. I'm donating copies of my first book to a gay youth support group that's here in it. Well, it's actually in Decatur. And they support homeless gay youth. And so I want to gift books. So Alicia gifted a book tonight, and I had 3 other people that gifted yesterday. So thank you very much. If you want to gift a book, go ahead and cash at me. 1 book is $20, 2 $36. So if you want to donate 3 books, cash at $54. Anyway, how was your week?
Girl, I ain't feel that. You don't care.
Well, let me get the laptop and I'm gonna do it again. Let me go out the room.
Go get
I'm gonna go get the laptop and I'm gonna come back in the room.
Hey y'all, since Craig walked away, what's going on? It's Thursday. Y'all know Thursdays is my night, and this bitch always got some slick shit to say. Drop y'all comments in the comment section.
I love how you say it's your night.
It is my night. It's a Thursday. Keon booked.
I'm trying to figure out why you got the entire YouTube camera on you.
I don't, Craig. They get tired of looking at you. Every time I come over here, I be half in the camera. Where Alicia at? Where Tiffany at? Where
Jim, you need to gift a book.
What Jim? Right.
He in there. He need to gift a book to Look at Peaches Terrell talking about I need the second book. My daughter stole my first book. She tried to get the whole collection for free.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Stacy Mallory. Hey, girl. Hey, I'm loading up this laptop. It was turned off.
Girl, look. Well, I told y'all, Craig, you been here all day. Why the laptop ain't up? I came here, the light wasn't up. You hadn't set up the
Keon, if you had gotten here at a sufficient amount of time, we would have been okay. You supposed to be here at 8:45 p.m. Eastern time. Okay?
Girl, well, I supposed to be here at 8:45. Girl, you only pay me till 9 o'clock.
Well, just because you're supposed to report to work at 9 doesn't mean you can come show up at 9. You know, you black people love to have a job, and you're supposed to be at work at 8. Y'all want to stroll through the door at 8, and then got to log in your computer, so you really ain't signed in until 8:15. Then you got to walk your narrow ass to the break room to get coffee and tea and donuts.
I stop and do that before I get to work.
Let me get over
Let
here.
me get the phone lines.
Let me get over. Please do.
Because I'm not gonna. One thing I'm not gonna do tonight.
Because I don't even. I sure don't feel like arguing with you.
My mama told me do not argue with old elder people because you know they be feverish, honey. So girl,
I could have been sitting over here writing on my 4th book and sitting here playing with you. waiting on you.
Girl, you know you grouchy, you getting up in age. Girl, it's just so much going on with you, girl. So let me go ahead and get this phone line started.
It is so hard dealing with you sometimes.
Girl, it's okay.
I understand why that man left you.
He did what, girl?
He left you. I understand why he left you.
Why would you say that? He didn't leave me, girl. He just went on vacation.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes, he's on vacation.
Oh. Okay, so here's the first question that we got in. It came in from...
Wait, girl, let me go ahead and talk
to you. You can't multitask. Hold on one moment. He can't multitask.
I can multitask, but girl, you talk so damn loud, you about to blow my eardrum.
I mean, you didn't already had the people wait to 9:26 or 9:27.
Girl, stop saying that.
Whatever time we came on here.
Stop saying.
In fact, we've only been on YouTube for 11 minutes and 15 seconds. So
stop saying if I start cussing. Talk, girl.
You told me to wait a second.
No, I said don't ask me the question.
Oh, bipolar ass. Well, that's the only thing I got to say. I was out of the shower before he got here, Amy.
No, you wasn't.
I was out of... When you came in here, I had this on.
You was running into the...
Listen, I did a whole photo shoot because I'm about to post some new pictures on my Instagram and YouTube and wherever else to promote the second book.
Talking to you about that, girl. You need to stop posting naked pictures on Instagram and Facebook.
I didn't post any naked pictures. I'm posting another promo picture tonight for the second book.
Mm-hmm.
So when I stepped out of the shower...
But you always trying to read me for posting my body.
Because you ain't promoting or selling nothing but yourself. You ain't figured that part out yet. You ain't
girl, well, girl, you don't even know the call-in number, so shut up.
I sure don't. Let me tell y'all what the call-in number is. The call-in number, niece. The call-in number is... That's right, Simply Sincere. Selling books by any means necessary. Yes, Tangi, I did watch the interview with Centoya Brown. I posted it on my Facebook today.
Oh, girl, they already calling in, girl.
I don't think I posted it in the So Much to Say Podcast Pen Pal group, but I definitely, I did post it on my Facebook today. It was a brilliant conversation. Well, what she had to say was brilliant. Sometimes I just think they don't do a good job of researching the guests before they come on. And I am so disappointed that it actually went to Hampton. He graduated from my alma mater. And sometimes he just asks the most. Oh, Jesus.
All right, girl. The phone lines are set up whenever we...
The phone lines are set up? Okay.
Somebody already in the queue.
What's the call-in number? Let me find it. The call-in number is 60...
Girl, you're supposed to have all this together.
You were late tonight.
Girl, don't you say that.
The least you could have done was committed the phone number to memory while you were sitting in traffic.
You know what, bitch?
So I wouldn't even have to be digging for it.
Go ahead, you cougar.
The call-in number...
Go ahead.
I'm a cougar.
Girl, go ahead.
Is that what you think?
I call the ace and the spade.
I really enjoyed listening to her too, Tangi. Listen, if you all know who Centoya Brown is. She's the girl that just received clemency. Remember, she was convicted of murder, but she was 16 years old when she was caught up in the whole sex trafficking thing. She was 16. She had a pimp, and anyways, they had put her with a client, and she ended up killing the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, she went to jail. And she went to jail for like, what was it, like 15 years or something like that? But she just recently got out. I think it was in August. Was it in August? And Tangi, her husband, fine as shit. Was it just me? I wanted to type it down in the comments so badly, but I didn't.
Well, girl, you know you sleep with married men, girl. Girl,
that was in my second book. That was a very long time ago.
I ain't gonna throw no shade with you tonight. Come on, girl, because the people...
The call-in number is 605. Let me get the microphone because you're making all that noise.
Get the call-in number.
The call-in number, everybody, is 605-313-5111. That's 605-313-5111. The access number is 339-082.
Girl.
So anyway, but her conversation was very good. She's so smart, and she just, I mean, everything that she said was so thoughtful. And I was saying to myself that I'm going to support her. I'm going to purchase her book because I really want to support her. Because I just feel like, you know, when people are robbed of their lives like that, you know, we need to support them.
So y'all don't read me tonight because Craig.
You were late. You were not going to sit here and try to push that on me.
I was late.
You were.
Well, girl, guess what?
Girl, you ain't got no integrity, girl. You just going to sit here and lie in front of all these hundreds of people.
Girl, come on, girl. Let's go.
You going to sit here and lie to these hundreds of people. You
Girl,
weren't late.
Are you going to log in?
Hold on. Listen, because in order for us to be able to work together, I'm going to need you to be forthcoming and right. Okay? And integral. I don't lie. I need you to be integral. So, you weren't late tonight?
Girl, I wasn't late because guess what? No, look, I wasn't late. You know why I wasn't late? Because, girl, when you hit that live button, girl, on both of these devices, girl, I was sitting right here.
But our check-in in time is 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Girl, I thought we changed the CFT.
No. That's the Supreme Court show.
Girl, I thought we was converting over to CFT.
No.
I thought we was doing colorful time.
No. That's over at Madison show. Over here at Impeccable Works at 227.
All right, girl, the people gonna call. They keep calling in, girl, and they hanging up because you keep talking so much. You gonna ask the questions that the people that sent in? Because I'm tired of arguing with you.
No, it ain't no argument. I said what I said. And you just need to acquiesce and stop fighting me because you were late. Okay, so the first one that we got is with the age difference between you and Keon, what are the top 3 things you each admire about the other? I'll let you go first because I'm sure it's very easy for you to know what you admire about me.
No, girl, I'm gonna let you go first, girl.
What you admire about the other or draws you together as friends. So, like, what are 3 things that you admire about each other or what draws you together as friends?
All right, go ahead, go first. Because I for the last couple of weeks, I've been going first.
Well, you always go first because, you know, the people always try to say I monopolize.
Okay, well, girl, go ahead.
Even though it's my line, but...
Well, girl, Thursday nights is Keon's night. So, girl, it's a Keon's. So, go ahead, girl.
Okay.
Because, girl, you never told me this. I want to know, girl.
Well, first of all, what you missed, niece, was she said 3 things that you admire or... So I may not admire anything about you. The other part of this is what draws you together as friends. So I think I'm going to go that route because I don't really know if there's anything I admire.
Girl, fuck you. How about that?
I don't really think there's anything I admire. Well, I take that back. I admire your courage at 14 to text that man telling him you wanted to suck his dick. I don't think I could have done that. I admire your courage.
Girl, you gonna bring it up every week. I text that man.
I just
14.
I just integrate it whenever it's applicable. The access code somebody is asking is 339082. Right. 339082.
All right, girl, I'm gonna start putting
Okay, here's the thing. No, let me tell you what I admire.
Okay, girl, they gonna hear us.
Because then they're gonna start talking.
I said they can't. I'm doing it so they can't hear us.
Oh. Okay, so here's what I admire about you. And I have told you this before, bitch.
Go ahead.
He's 25. Well, when I met you, you were 24. And what I admired and what I said to you before was that at 24, because you were a general manager at the hotel when I met you. And I said to you, you really have your shit together in comparison to a lot of the people your age, like that I run across, you know, and like he has a, like I said, he's in a managerial position. He has his own place. You know, he takes care of himself. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like he pays all of his bills. He pays all of his own bills. Where a lot of times when you're 25, well, at the time, like I said, you were 24. You know, when you're 24, oftentimes you haven't really gotten your shit together. A lot of times people haven't really gotten their shit together. Like, you may have an apartment, but girl, you ain't got no shower curtain.
No dishes.
You ain't got no matching dishes. You got about 3 forks. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got no full dish set. You may have an iron, but don't have no ironing board.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Shit like that. So, but like you had your whole place like furnished. You know what I'm saying? You had 2 cars. You were paying the car insurance and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're 24, a lot of times you still rely on your parents a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Ma, like, I really need to, hold $50 or 20. You understand what I'm saying? So, you were so independent, in that sense. So that was what I admired about you. But like I said, I told him this before. And it was just like you, and part of it is because you left home early. Like, how old were you when you left home?
17.
17. So, he had been out on his own for a long time. At 17, I was going away to school. But I was still very much so dependent on my parents because I was in school. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were still paying all of my bills and that kind of thing. So I didn't really step off into that type of independence until I was 22 when I graduated. And I was just like you. Like, I had my own place and I was paying my own. But like, I was never calling home talking about, hey, can you pay my rent? Like, when I was 23 and 24, like, I was paying all my own shit. But I wasn't paying my own car insurance. I had graduated from school, but my mom, I was still on her car insurance. And quiet as it's kept, for a long time, I was still on her cell phone plan. She was still paying that cell phone bill needs. So, there were things that I definitely admired, and you stood out from a lot of the young kids.
I want one of the girls who was coming around there trying to. Okay, girl. So you got to answer the next one.
Oh, what was the other part?
What drawers you to me? Well, you kind of answered.
Well, it's the same thing because you are very independent. I mean, and you're mature in a lot of ways. Now, I definitely know you're 24. You know what I'm saying? You all will hear this in that podcast.
The podcast that I did?
Yeah, you and...
it was when I was about to get married.
No, not that. The one with you, Keon, and Phil. Right. You're definitely mature in terms of like taking care of yourself and your independence, but your age definitely shows like it just shows in just like worldly things. Like there's certain things because you're 24. I'll be 25 now.
Girl, keep trying to push me back, girl.
Well, 25. But yeah. So I mean, your age and your age shows in the way that you date, and we talk about this,
girl.
We talk about this offline, and like the way that you date, I can definitely tell that you're 25. And again, there's nothing wrong with that.
But I always dated people older than me.
I know, but I'm just saying, like your approach to it, because you don't know what you don't know at 25.
Okay.
You don't know what you don't know. So like, again, I think you're right on pace. But I remember, for example, like when I had to have been 23. I must have been like 23. And there was a guy who, how old am I? I'm 18 years older than you. So like there was
Great enough to be my daddy.
Yeah. I could have tapped your mama. I could have tapped that ass.
Girl, you done did what?
I could have tapped that ass.
Girl, imagine that, girl. You being my daddy.
And I'd have been furious if I had known that you were sending a text message to some man at 14 telling me you wanted to suck his dick.
Girl, what you was gonna do? All you was gonna do is get mad and kick me out, girl. And
I'd have been hot.
Gonna suck some more.
I would have been furious. But when I was like 23 or something like that, a friend of mine was dating a guy who was, I don't know if he was as much older than me than I am of you. But it was definitely like a gap of probably like 10, 12 years. And I'll never forget when I was like your age, he said to me, and like I said, I just knew him because he was dating one of my friends. And to this day, we're really good friends. And he said to me, he said, baby, when you turn 30, oh, they better watch out. And I never knew what he meant by that. I used to be like, what do you mean? He's like, just let me know when you turn 30. And then when I turned 30, we had more of a conversation about it. He said, I just knew you were going to have your shit together. He said, I could tell when you were like 22, 23, however old it was. He said, I just knew that it was going to all come together. He said, they weren't going to be ready. He said, I knew they were going to be ready for you. And I just thought that was like the biggest compliment. And I kind of see that with you, like in terms of, because you're very organized now. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait till I get 30, girl. Trying to say, girl, I'm going to be a good 30-year-old.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you have your stuff together at 20, and what I'm saying is very atypical for a 25-year-old to have themselves together, to have themselves so together. Um,
Oh,
what?
I didn't know I did say that, girl. I thought about it after I
What?
said it. I said, girl, if you was my daddy and you found out I was 14, girl, you would have kicked me out, girl, and got mad, girl. I was gonna go suck some more.
Oh, I heard you. I absolutely.
Y'all know y'all have to excuse some of the things that I say, because what comes up, it comes out. But what makes me come with Craig, and what I admire about Craig is, I think that it's your drive. What makes me more closer to you is, I think, because you try to push me more, like after we started getting close and everything, you started to, I think our conversation started to change a little bit. It was more so of, we became more of a close friends, starting as like, you would give me more advice, or you would say, okay, girl, well, even though you said in the wrong way sometimes, girl, I have to cuss your ass
Like
out.
what?
Girl, because you try to be my daddy sometimes.
Because I think sometimes, well, finish and I'll tell you.
Right, so like, just your advice and how you try to motivate me to be better than what I am now, or trying to push me to, grow for a whole bunch of things that we talk about offline or whatever. So I think that's what kind of made me get closer to you. Something kind of like a mentor, but more like a friend. It's kind of weird and different or whatever. But then you was not one of the girls who was trying to hit on me. That the rest. So we actually started building a friendship, and I think just our conversations and actually as we started to hang out more and everything, it just started to draw me more to you, and then especially somebody that is trying to push me to be more better than what I am now. So yeah, even though you get on my nerves, girl, and you're a grouch sometimes, but you all right.
I'm a grouch.
Yes, girl, you real grouchy sometimes. When your hormones starting to kick in, girl, you ain't had nothing in a long time.
I pleased myself tonight before I got in the shower.
That's why. There we go. That's why you answering the phone.
No. I'm telling you, I was out of the shower by 8:35, 8:40.
No, you told me you got in the shower at 8:35.
Yeah, I got in at 8:30.
Correct your lie, girl.
Yes.
Correct your lie, girl. Listen.
I got it this time. I got in at 8:35, but I was still out before you, well before 9. I got out like 8:50.
What's the next question?
This is that other one. So, but this is the thing.
Y'all brace yourself on this one. She gonna be in here though, but y'all brace yourself.
I want to tell you this. I think what happens is, it's like with my nephews. It's like when I see y'all doing stuff, and it's just like I kind of like, I be wanting to shake y'all sometimes, and I be like, girl, like, you know what I mean? Like you said that I be, what'd you say? Like I don't always say it.
You don't say it. I be getting what you trying to say. I be getting what you putting down. But it's great how you put it down, girl. I be like, wait, bitch, hold up, girl. I'm still a grown woman, honey.
You said what?
A grown woman. Girl,
A strong
black woman, girl. Calm down, knees. Let me just hang up, girl. Or sometimes I'll cuss you out, girl. I'll say
I can't even think of an instance where you asked me something and I was really like terse. T-E-R-S.
Girl, I can't think about it now. But girl, it come out sometime.
All right, so I'm
gonna
give you all the abridged version of this because somebody said that music is making me feel like I'm in an elevator.
I thought I turned it all the way down. My bad. But people, y'all give us about 5 more minutes. We're gonna let y'all start calling in.
Jackie Walker is late. Somebody. I think somebody already handed her a pamphlet so she can go on to the back. So she can get to the back of the room. Okay, so this email came in last week, actually. It came in like right after
we got off live last week,
Thursday, yeah.
This came on.
And Nikki was here with us. And so this came through, and I read it to him and Nikki last week. But it's really long, and but here's what I'm just gonna kind of condense it. So she basically is saying that I'm gonna read little pieces of it. So she says, I live in California and love me some black men, which are hard to find, the good ones. They're either with white or Hispanic women, as you are aware, Craig.
As we shared before.
Right. And she says, it's so freaking annoying. She said, anyway, she says she's
You want me to break it down, girl?
I don't think you really remember. So she says she's dating a 50-something-year-old guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she says she found out that he cheated, and he cheated because she was going through his phone. And see, that's the first problem. You know, I don't believe in going through nobody's phone.
Girl, she got 6 problems.
She got 6 on here.
This number 1, girl.
I actually think it's 7, Keon, because see, she put number 4 twice.
Right. Okay. So just read the issues and
So-
then we'll elaborate.
Right.
To
So she
get into the story.
said she went through his phone. She found out that he was cheating,
Mhm.
and so she confronted him. And then she found the text messages, and he was still texting her. And she, you know, they had the conversation about the guy cheating. He said he would never do it again, but of course her trust is gone.
Mhm.
Now she done graduated.
She went from she went from pre-K to kindergarten.
Absolutely.
Because she's gonna jump from kindergarten to middle school.
Right. So she's no longer just reading and searching his text messages. She's graduated to his emails.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's reading his emails, and she's found emails that he's been emailing this woman the whole time that they've been together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then that's issue number 2. So issue number 3, he's on Facebook, and she said he's commenting inappropriately under women's pages and stuff. Now, see, to me, that also kind of falls under the umbrella of, you know, reading messages and stuff. Because, like, my thing is, I'm not going to be that concerned with what you're doing over there on social media. Like, if you're looking to see what somebody liking, and what they, and you know, they just recently took that off of Instagram.
Where you can go see what
Or you can't see what other people like, or who they just followed and stuff like that.
I had somebody screenshot people shit that I like.
So, you know, right, so you can't see that stuff now. But I just kind of feel like when you going all on people's social media, the guy or the girl.
When you go looking for something, you gonna find it, niece.
Look and you shall find. Amen. That's Bible.
Hello.
And they ain't even had Facebook when they wrote the Bible. When the white people.
What scripture that was.
When the white people.
Know it's in the Bible.
When the white people wrote the Bible. Anyway, so then she says the 4th issue was in her presence he's looking at other women, mostly white and Hispanic, and she said to him, you know, it's disrespectful when you do this, you know, da 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 da. So he said to her, well, I'm not gay. Like, you want me to look at other men, or you want me to look at the ground? So now he's being facetious.
Right.
I say I probably would have smacked.
I probably punched him dead in his shit.
I smacked shit out of him right there. So then issue number 5.
Her second number 4.
Second number 4, but it's really number 5. She says, I still don't trust him. So he has an ex-wife that he's been contacting via email and stuff like that the entire time they've been together. So it's the contact with the ex-wife, the cheating. I don't know if it's more than one instance of cheating, but he cheated. And then she said the lies he's told, right, staring me in my eyes. And then contacting local women to befriend them off of Facebook or whatever, you know. And then she said, I don't always trust his whereabouts, blah, blah, blah. I'm in love with them. I love them, blah, blah, blah. Issue number 6, she says he gets mad because I'm not happy and moving on. I told him good sex and promises don't negate the fact that you came into our relationship lying to me, da, 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 da. So then she says, I've never been cheated on to my knowledge. And if I was, I dated men that did a good job of hiding it, so I have no complaints. So with this guy, it hurts, and it's a feeling I've never had before. So I have good and bad days. I was devastated, and it's taking a minute to get over, but I think it's because of all of the compounding events over the past 2 years that we've been together. So she says, what should I do? Should I try counseling? Should I just walk away? Will it ever go away? No, I'm sorry, will I ever get over it? Now, what you say? I see what y'all saying.
For one, dick ain't that good. Hello.
And neither is ass.
Girl, okay.
But go ahead.
It's big, better, and best. Dick ain't that good. First of all, with all the issues she just listed, honey. First off, she gave him too many chances. He really disrespectful. And girl, first off, I ain't gonna be with a nigga like that. I ain't. I think she should leave him. I think she's watching. Now, I'm not gonna say go home to your man tonight and break up with him. That's not what I'm saying, girl. But you need to start getting you a game plan together, getting your kids together, and getting the hell on.
Well, I don't even think they have.
You know, I don't even think they do have. They don't have kids.
And then, so wait, did I miss this or do they live together? Do they live together?
They live together.
Okay, they do live together. Okay, is that all that you wanted to say?
Grace so much shit, girl. She gave him too many chances for me.
Okay, there are a couple of things. So, he's in his 50s. She said he's 50 plus, right?
She raising a man.
What can Michelle say?
You can't raise a man.
How's she saying it though?
Girl, I can't sing. Girl.
Go ahead and give it to her.
I'm not. What's her name? Auntie, whatever that.
Auntie Bree.
Auntie Bree ain't her girl. But I ain't finna raise no man.
Oh, they can't stand this music.
Girl, I turned it down, girl. The next thing y'all want me to do is hang up. I'm gonna take it off the speaker. You know I can't win for lose with these people.
Okay, so here's the thing. The guy's in his 50s, and you guys know that I always say this. I don't believe that most men, it doesn't mean that there aren't any exceptions, because I think I'm an exception to that, because I'm not 50. But I think that most men, the greater preponderance of men, don't really start to get in the mindset of settling down with one woman or one man, if he's gay or bi, until he's in his 50s. Now, there are exceptions. I'm not saying that there aren't men that aren't capable of monogamy. But what I'm saying is, and so in this case, he's in his 50s. This guy's in his 50s. So he's not one of those ones that's still ready to settle down. Because you do have men that will be well into their 50s and 60s and they still playing.
And they still playing.
You know what I'm saying? They walk around with a damn cane.
Girl, you see them in Bulldogs every Thursday.
What you tell them again?
You see them in Bulldogs every Thursday. You want you a sugar daddy girl, go to Bulldogs. Every Thursday.
So that's first. And then the other part of it is, I've always made the distinction that just because a person cheats doesn't mean that they're a cheater.
Right.
Because cheating could happen in an isolated case, right? And I also, let me say this. I don't know if I'm made of the kind of stuff that could get through cheating, even if it was just one time. Because I don't know that it's only going to be one time.
It make you insecure. It fuck up your thought process.
Yes.
It do something to you when you break their line of trust.
Yes. So with that being said, just because a person cheats one time, doesn't mean they're going to
cheat again. Create
a pattern and do it. But that's the chance that you have to take with your heart if you're going to stay. If you're going to stay, you risk them cheating again. I don't know if I could do that. Now, of course, if the scenario is such that, we've been together for years and, maybe we got some property together and, woo. I mean, it just depends on the circumstances and it depends on how hard he really works to earn my trust again.
Right.
But here's what I will say to all of the people that have cheated. When you're in a relationship with somebody and you cheat, or they cheat, and then you want to keep asking them questions, right? Like, so for example, the person who was cheated on oftentimes wants to know what the person looked like, where did you have sex, how many times did you have sex, did you do this, did you do that? When you cheat, it is your obligation to oblige all of that. It is, in my opinion. And if you cheated on someone and every time they call your phone and they're insecure, they're like, well, where are you now? Or I need you to call me when you get to such and such. You have to agree to go along if you're interested in staying in a relationship. That's the work that you have to do because you cheated. You understand what I'm saying? And so, but again, in this case with this particular woman, I believe he's already shown you that he is a cheater. This was not isolated.
Not he cheated. He's a cheater.
He's a cheater.
Right.
And this is a part of who he is. One of the things that I'm writing in this book of jewels, I know I keep referring to it because it's so present on me. I keep talking about it, but I'm making the distinction in this book. I think it's in the dating chapter, but I'm making the distinction between, I don't think that monogamy is natural. I don't think it comes naturally.
We talk about this all the time.
I don't think monogamy comes naturally to everyone. Now, I think that I'm a naturally monogamous person. Like, I'm a one guy kind of guy. That doesn't mean that I could not be put in a position to cheat. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, a part of my DNA is to just be with one person. I like consistency. You understand what I'm saying? I like consistency. But everybody's not wired that way. And so I think it is our obligation for those of us that are single and you're interested in getting into a relationship, it's your responsibility to figure out if you're dating someone or considering being in a relationship with someone that's monogamous or someone that's going to really have to make the effort to be monogamous.
Right.
Because monogamy, it requires discipline. if it doesn't come natural to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a decision you have to make to be monogamous. So in her case, I would say cut your losses and hit it.
So let me ask you this: have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah.
Have you ever cheated?
Yes. He cheated on me. I was in LA. This was years ago. This was like 2009. And wait. Let me go back. I cheated on Carrington. That was in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
So I cheated in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I used to do. And I write about this in great detail in the book that I'm writing now. I used to rationalize it because I used to be like, well, I didn't fuck this other boy.
You got head.
Yeah, we
got fondled.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Touched, bumped
Mm-hmm.
uglies, and
Mm-hmm.
touched and agreed, and we exploded.
Hello.
But I believe that cheating is anything
that you wouldn't do.
that you wouldn't do in the company of your partner. I don't give a damn if it's sending text messages nude. That's a form of cheating, in my opinion. Because if you wouldn't do it right here in front of me, that's cheating. And so I used to rationalize it because I was young, and not to say that warrants me cheating, but I'm saying I was young and wasn't really prepared to really face my reality and live my truth and be as honest with myself then as I am now. And so whether it was intercourse or not, that was cheating. And I saw how it broke him.
Okay, so what made you cheat?
Because I was emotionally immature. I didn't have the stuff that I talk about, you and Keon and all that. And that's not a bad thing. That's just that's just where you are in your life. I was emotionally immature. I did not have the emotional intelligence to say to him, listen, this is an issue for me in our relationship. This is an issue. How can we work on this? Instead, I acted out. Okay. And so this is why I say to people all of the time, just because a person cheats, it's not always a sign that they don't love you. I was very much so in love with Carrington, but I didn't have the tools. I didn't know how to, and if it was me now, I would handle things completely different now. And because I saw the way it hurt him, I said to myself, I never want to do that to anybody again because I saw how it crushed him.
Do you think that?
But when I cheated on that bastard in 2009, it was because he cheated on me, and then I just went.
Oh, you wanted revenge.
And then I went on.
So let me do what you did. I have did that before.
But I was done.
I have did that. Okay,
once he cheated,
let me show you how I feel.
Yeah.
And girl, I hit where it hurt.
You fucked somebody he knew, one of his friends. You a skeezer ass.
I never said that.
You started to
so
say it.
Do not put that in the air, bro.
Okay, well, what happened?
What happened?
I
never fucked this friend,
Well,
girl.
what did you do? Because you insinuated something grimy.
I'd rather not say that online, but I hit where.
Well, you didn't tell us who it was.
But
so
girl,
we don't know.
The people will figure it out, girl. It's only this amount of people.
I want to know what you did.
I hit where it hurt.
You must have fucked somebody he knew.
Girl, that's all I'm gonna leave it as. I hit where it hurt.
Let me say something. See, the beauty of getting to 43, I can read between the lines and see the subtext.
Girl,
is telling me that you fucked one of his friends or one of his relatives.
That's what your spirits is saying.
Listen, flesh and blood ain't got to reveal everything. Something.
Have you ever thought, girl? Have you ever thought to yourself, what did I do to make this person cheat on me?
Well, I think that's a part of the insecurity that comes when a person cheats. You start to look inward and you start to question and wonder, like, why wasn't I enough? That kind of thing. But I think that's just a stage of it. Just like there are stages of grief. I think there are stages of grief stages of grief when a person dies. I also think there are stages of grief when you have a broken heart. I believe there's a trauma. There's an emotional trauma that happens.
Grace send you up through there.
Listen, and I think that you eventually you move through that. When you're blaming yourself and wondering why you weren't enough, and that you have to move through that. And if you're still stuck in that space and you're not able to open your heart for a new opportunity, because in theory, a breakup. I can't wait for y'all to read this book. But a breakup really can poise you to choose better.
It can be therapy too.
Absolutely,
it can be therapy.
It will grow you exponentially. It really will. But a lot of people shut down after a breakup. They're afraid to move on. They're afraid to take the chance. You should never have to be afraid to take a chance.
I tell everybody who know me, tell me the truth or just come and tell me. Because if I find out some shit, girl, back here ain't wired too tight. So, girl, I try not to. But tell me the truth. Whether we're friends, whether you're a family member, anybody, everybody, tell me the truth. Because if you don't tell me the truth, I feel like you hide some shit, baby.
Yeah. But the thing is, you know, some people, they completely collapse in a breakup. You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is your self-esteem, your self-worth should never be tied to a man or woman or relationship. That's why you consistently have to do that work on yourself. And that's why I think it's very important while you're in a relationship. You can be in love with a person. But you should always maintain a life of your own. Mm-hmm. You should because death is imminent. Like we all got to die. Even if a person doesn't cheat on you or leave you, we all have to leave here. So one of you gonna leave first, but unless you die together.
I think death and cheating is two different kind of hurts.
Listen, I don't know if you can compare.
Why not?
Because I think the pain is pain.
Well, your pain is pain, but I think it hits you differently.
I'm sure it does.
If you die versus somebody cheating on you, that's two different pains.
Well, yeah, I would say so.
There's a level of pain.
Because if somebody cheat on you, a lot of times people still have hope that they can work through it. You understand what I'm saying?
But when somebody die, it's either two things. You're going to be sad or happy. Girl, you're going to be sad because they did. But girl, you can be happy, girl, because you don't know what the life insurance policy about. You don't know what had to happen between that.
We got any callers down here?
No, girl, they all hung up.
Oh, y'all didn't hung up. I guess it took too long. Well, look, let me go pee real quick. Go ahead and call in. Read them the calling number.
Wash your hands because
Excuse me, I always wash my hands.
Girl, you see how flinching
I don't know what you're flinching for.
Wash your hands, please. Y'all go ahead and call in because let me get the queue together.
Oh, I got to pee. I've been sitting here drinking all of this alkaline water from this black-owned business.
Girl, well, I'm so glad I ain't got to drink the City Punch tonight. Amen. And I ain't drinking vodka tonight.
The call-in number is 605-313-5111. The access number is 339-082. Let me go pee really quickly.
Girl, go hurry up and pee. Oh, girl, you farted.
No, I did not, you bitch.
Damn, bitch, you farted, girl.
Lying.
Damn.
Such a liar.
While Craig is getting himself together, girl. What's tea, y'all? What's up, nieces? So, y'all, Craig loves to read me down, girl. But you know what? I love him so much. I really do love Craig. He just get on my nerve, y'all. And, girl, I think he did fart for real. I think he did. For y'all trying to call in, the number is 605-313-5111. And the access code is 339082. Y'all see I got Fiji tonight, so I had to cuss Craig out because y'all know I don't mind drinking the City Punch. But I said I wasn't going to be drinking no vodka, sucking no vodka pops tonight, no nothing. Girl, I don't hear no water running. And I know you ain't got no soap in that bathroom. It's different levels to pain. It really is. Mm-hmm. Girl, you ain't got no soap in the bathroom, girl.
Bitch, it is soap in there.
Did you dry your hands? Girl, put that in my face to touch your
My hands are wet. Touch my meat. You ain't had no problem putting that man's meat in your mouth.
Girl, it was clean. Girl, right out the shower.
But, you know, I was thinking about this when I was in the restroom. I also do think, though, and again, I'm not advocating for you to stay with somebody that's cheating. I'm not saying that at all. Laura talking about somebody cash up $1 so he can get some hand soap.
Right. Go right to the Dollar Tree.
Listen, I'm not at all saying that you should stay in a relationship if you really feel like the person that cheated on you doesn't have the capacity to move through it and is really not going to learn from it. And you know what I'm saying? But what I was going to say was, I do think that sometimes cheating can be a benchmark in your relationship. It really can.
It can help you grow.
It can like in the case of like a Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Girl, Kirk and Rashida. You know I use Kirk and Rashida all the time.
See, I've never watched that. So
Girl, I always use them as an example. So Kirk was the guy, well, her husband, and he cheated. Girl, then he had a baby outside they married.
Now, see, that's a whole nother level. See, this is why I always say that women.
But girl, they made it through.
Women are made up of different kind of stuff.
Cause girl, if it was me, Well, girl, kind of my ex had the baby on me.
No, he didn't.
Girl, the baby came after we had this. Girl, 2 months after.
You talking about the?
Yeah, so all along we was in a relationship, even though we was going through what. Girl, the baby came after.
Wait, what? What you talking about?
Girl, bitch, don't act like I tell you that much shit.
But that was I thought y'all were doing that together.
No. Ooh, girl, she done made her way in, girl.
Who was that?
I don't know, girl. Let me just go ahead and talk to her then.
Well, wait.
We'll get back to that. Hey, niece. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Craig?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Oh, baby, Craig is so inspirational, baby. He is a cool breeze, baby. He is a slap of ball, buddy.
He is a what?
Oh, Craig, let me tell you this. I met you first in Dallas with T.S. Madison. And you were wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. And I follow now, and I really enjoy you, beloved.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Keisha. I was in the comment. I came in late, and the first thing I said, can we give a shout out to Tanera Kimba? Baby, the rep shut me down. I said, well, she don't know where I'm coming from, so let me. And I said, well, I'm speaking my truth and everything. We got Joe tonight.
I did see. I saw that comment. I saw
comment.
that on YouTube. I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
Keon, baby, y'all doing your thing. I just came in.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm not the best person to cheat on, honey. I'm about 33. I've only had about 4 good relationships. I cheated on every single one of them. They were foul. They weren't right for me, and I knew they weren't right for me. So they got cheated on. And I was glad I got found out because I was ready to move on. Let's be honest. We need to be honest. It's 2020. My 2020 vision is being totally transparent. And that's why I think you are inspiring.
Thank you.
I like how you do the little things on the weekend when I catch you cooking, because it just so happened I be on YouTube and I just see you. I don't know, and it's really good.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And that's it. When y'all coming back to Dallas?
It may be very, very soon. I don't have an actual date, but it may be probably in the first, the second quarter of the new year. So probably like sometime after April. Yeah, because we have some dates that we...
We always got to get a dictionary. Honey, I saw some of you giving out the definitions of vocabulary, so I got to look at what quarter. What might be, you say it's in April, so I got to figure it out.
Yes, so probably like sometime after April.
Yes, but yeah, I enjoy you so much. I'm going to get off your line. I'm about to get in the bed. I just came in late. I think I ticked some people off on the bottom. I said, I'm not a troll, y'all.
I appreciate you.
I was ready to do your super chat. I was looking for some stuff.
Yes, well, I appreciate you calling. Thank you for supporting.
Good night.
You too.
Girl, baby, she said she was a cheater in all her relationships.
Okay.
All right, we got 1675 on the next time.
15.
15. Hey, niece.
Turn your internet down. Turn your internet down.
Hello? Hello? Oh, girl, let me hang up on them, girl.
Niece, when you call, turn your internet
Girl,
down.
He or she is right there next to the damn TV, and they got a delay. Girl, you said turn your internet down.
Your internet. Turn your internet down. Is that a call?
No, that's me.
Oh.
I'm from both of them. But what I was about to say.
You were about to say about the kid.
Yeah. So we had a conversation, right? So we was like, you know what? When we get to a place, you know, we'll have another child. We already got an adopted child. You know, he had a biological child. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have my own seed too. So I want
to have your own what name?
My own seed, girl. I want to plant a seed. So I was like, you know what? Okay, wait till we both, you know, we get the marriage together. I'm trying to build first before we get all these kids. And I have to drive a minivan. So that's my thing was So we had a conversation. I was just like, right now, we're not in a place for no more kids. Not that we can't afford them, but I just feel like right now we're trying to build more, less focus on different things, and then we can grab more kids. We can, do whatever. So we had a conversation, and he told me that he was going to get a child whether I liked it or not. So my response was,
what now?
he was going to get a
So
child.
what? No, my response.
Oh, my response was to him. I said, if you bring a baby up in this house, this shit is over tonight. So the day you bring a baby up.
So wait, he was gonna go and adopt another child, or
right?
Okay.
So the day you bring another baby up in here, because you ain't gonna force nothing on me.
Tessa, what's your question? Niece, type it in there.
Yes, I told him he wasn't gonna force nothing on me. So all along, months later, after we had broke up and everything,
he got another kid.
Girl, 2 months after we had to separate out of different houses, he comes to me and say, hey, I just want to let you know that, I have a baby on the way. The baby is due in 2 weeks, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just like, girl, I had to get to thinking. So I had to put the time frame together. Because if the baby's going to be here in 2 weeks, bitch, what was happening 9 months ago? Girl, where did you arrange this?
He had already started.
So the night that we had the conversation, so I found this out after we had to calm down, we had to sit down and we had to talk. So I said, because he asked me one day, why don't you be active with the baby or interact with the baby?
This was with the second baby.
The second baby. And I told him, I said, well, no offense to the baby, but what I'm going to do with the baby ain't got nothing to do with it, but I just don't feel like I should be Google and gaga with the baby and trying to pick the baby up and having a kumbaya moment, because at the end of the day, girl, you are outside. I hate to say it like that, but you're an outside baby. You get what I'm saying? Like,
kind of like Sherry Shepherd.
Yeah, like you're an outside baby. So my thing was, all along, thank God we broke up, because Lord would have knew what I would have did if you would have brought that baby up in their house. Or I would have just found out. Just imagine if I would have found out if we were still together. A baby was on the way. And after I'd have told you, don't bring no baby up in here. Mm-hmm. God knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. But the baby is so pretty. I interacted with the baby for the first time maybe a couple of months ago. But that was it. It was just like, oh, girl, hey, what you looking at? That was it.
Tessa, yeah, my last girlfriend was in college. I read about it in my first book. It's called Words Never Spoken, a memoir.
But you never had sex with a woman, right?
No, I'm a golden gay.
So how you know you gay?
Because gay is it's how you're wired. It's instinctive. It's not a.
Okay, I just want you to clarify with the people, because people, a question I always get is, well, everybody know I had sex with women, but they would say, well, how would you know if you gay and you never had sex with a woman?
Just like you were having sex with women, but you know you were.
Baby, them legs was to the moon. Girl, now I would put some people legs to the moon as well now, girl. Don't y'all get it fooled just because I can get on here and call myself a strong black woman, honey. I can be a man, honey.
Mr. Operative words, can be. Mr. Rashad said, I'm about to be 40. Is that too old to have a kid?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But make sure you get everything tested out first.
Wait a minute, get everything tested out. Test it.
Girl, they still got us loud, girl. Hello? Hey, girl, I need you to turn your TV down and your
That's the internet. That was me talking. Niece. Niece.
Good.
Yes, I'm here.
She must got U-verse.
Turn your internet down.
Okay, I have 2 phones. So.
That's what's going on.
Okay. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
What's your name?
This is Evie. Hey.
Evie Ford? Evie Ford?
Yes.
Hey, Evie.
How you doing?
I'm well.
Great.
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Yes, and Keon, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I just want to get online with you guys and just wanted to get a little advice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you guys, I've been watching you tonight, and I just wanted to know I've been in a relationship with my man well, we're 15 years difference in age. I'm 15 years older than him.
Oh, come on, Cougar.
Come on, Cougar. She the real Cougar.
Okay, don't play. And I just wanted to know. Okay. And I just wanted to know how we can keep it like moving, like spiced up, like
How you can keep your sex,
older woman, wanted to know just kind of like how do we keep it? I keep it spiced up for him because my I'm older.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
What you think, Keon?
I mean, we got a good going. Like it's everything. But I just kind of want to know how to keep it going because I'm older, so my mobility and everything with my medical and everything, I just kind of want to know.
Okay. What you think?
Girl, don't let your age play a part in. I need you to be real nasty. I need you to not, girl. Let me elaborate, girl, before you fix your face. I do need her to be nasty. I need her to try things with her man. I need her to be open because he's younger, girl. These younger people, girl, we try everything. We do everything. So, girl, I need you to be open to, not something that you'll be doing with a 60-year-old man. I need you to try to get down to the 25-year-olds because, girl, they do some things, girl. Also, I want you to inbox me because I want to send her this name of this lube that I use, but she you natural down there. But it's this good lube that I use, and I think that would definitely. I actually told somebody who wrote me about it on here, and they gave me good feedback. Actually, 2 people. It's a very good lube that you can use to keep it, moist and wet. Because she did say she older. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have natural juices. That's not what I'm saying. But I think that would definitely help in the feeling to please your man. Go ahead, Kate.
But one of the things that I'm concerned about is, my concern is that I don't have the urges that I had when I was younger. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't feel it the way that he. You know what I'm saying? Like
your sex drive is not as high as his.
Exactly.
But
I wanted to be there.
What you want to say to that, niece?
Well, girl, I ain't past 40, but
As we get older,
girl, I don't think my sex drive gonna ever go down. I don't never think it's gonna go down. I think I'm gonna be in the casket, girl. Y'all might have to tie the casket down, girl. The flap, girl, because I don't think my sex drive is always gonna be high. I think it's in me. It's just in me.
But you know what? Okay, I got that. But it's just, I think it's hormones. That's the way it goes.
It's definitely hormonal. Well, here's what I would say to you. I would say that you guys have to find, or you said, what is it that you can do? You have to find other ways to be intimate, because it's not just about sex. And there are other ways where he can be satisfied, but you're not feeling pressure to actually have sex. Because if you don't have the desire to have sex, you don't have the, and not to say that you don't ever have it, but if you're not having the desire as often as he is, there are other things that you guys can do. Toys, where you can still satisfy him, where he's not necessarily penetrating you, or where you're not necessarily having to perform fellatio. You understand what I'm saying? Like there are toys that you can do.
What you call it?
Fellatio. It ain't what I call it. That's what it's called.
She gonna do that. Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So there are different things that you can do, and I mean just really intimate things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's also about just touching and caressing and that kind of thing.
No, we do all of that. We're very intimate people. We have date nights. We hold hands when we're in public.
Well, girl, sometimes he might need to have but sometimes he might need to have a release. So holding his hand may not be enough. So sometimes you might need to take your hand and hold his piece. Where he still gets his release, but you're not feeling.
I hate to say this because some people. So when I say this, or don't get offended when what I'm about to say, because some people think that you shouldn't do it. But have you ever thought about bringing someone else into your bedroom? No, I'm not saying. Some people are open.
Listen.
She said no.
I understand what y'all saying.
No, not y'all. Evie.
We
not
talked
y'all.
about
I
this.
didn't say that.
No. We talked about this. I don't believe in that, but you have people that are listening that believe in threesomes, and people will bring somebody else.
No, we ain't going there. We're not going there. I'm keeping 100.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that.
I didn't recommend it, Craig, because you know how I feel about it.
Right. Yeah, but here's the thing. Look, Mo just said something. Like, my thing is, I just think that you have to be really creative, and it's not always about penetration. So like sometimes it's just about you jacking him off, but like in different places, not just at home. Like y'all could be in a car.
When he just riding down the highway, girl, just pull his zipper down, girl, just go to work.
At the movie theater.
Yeah. It's more about the excitement.
Oh, you already do that?
We've been at the wheel in Atlanta, the Ferris wheel.
Ooh.
We've been there. We've done all of that.
Oh yeah. Well then just and then just keep having a conversation.
Right.
And then just keep having a conversation with him just to make sure that he's satisfied and that kind of thing. And then just find out from him different things that he's interested in.
Well, I was just gonna say, don't be scared to have that talk with him. Like, what could I do to better our sex life? To better.
Has there ever been an instance where he wants to have sex and you're like, I don't want to do it? Like, does that happen regularly?
Yeah, of course. Yes, there has.
And does he seem frustrated?
And I think that I think that has been a normal for. I felt like that's been a normal for just women and men in general. They say, no, I don't want to do it. Blah blah blah. That's not third. Not every time.
Right.
So, but I get the energy, and I love the energy, but there's sometimes I don't have the energy.
All right.
Or she be wide.
Is it too much to ask how old he is? They're asking how old he is.
Huh?
Is it too much to ask how old he is? They're asking how old he is.
Absolutely not. I'm 54. And
so he's 39?
Years younger than me.
So he's 39.
Have y'all role played before?
No.
Try role playing.
That would be nice.
Girl, he be a cop and you be a bad
I don't know what kind.
Look it up. I think that's something you should look into. Role playing.
Mm-hmm. But they're also saying in the comments too. They're also saying in the comments.
If I put on a wig that's red and then some skimpy outfit, and then I would think that's what you want. I don't know.
Now, are you okay with like oral sex?
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
Well, girl, they got these candies that you can put in your mouth and make your mouth real wet. Girl,
this is the fellatio expert.
Girl, can use some of that. Girl, inbox me, girl. We're going to let you get off this line, girl, because more people trying to call. Any questions that you want to ask me, girl, inbox me. I'm on Facebook as KeonStafford, okay?
I'm going to do that. I just want to see. Okay, y'all go ahead and do the rest of your thing.
All right.
All right. Good to meet you. Bye-bye.
All righty. Bye-bye. Yeah, I knew that was Evie Ford. Evie Ford. I may not know your face when I see you, but if I've seen your name in here, I'll know it. That's like my girl Marsha Elliott. I don't know if she's in here tonight. She's down there in Dallas. We did the show down there. We did the Queen Supreme Court show down there. And she came up to me and was like, Craig, she said, you don't know who I am? I said, oh, I don't know your face. Because see, some of you don't have like your real picture up, or it's really small. And I can't really see your picture per se. And so, but I know your names. Mm-hmm. And so I said to her, I said, what's your first name? She said, Marsha. I said, Elliott. Marsha Elliott. She was so excited. Because I don't know your name if it comes up in here a lot.
You think she should talk to a doctor?
She could, because it could be hormonal. You know, I think that it could be a matter of getting vitamins, or it could be a matter of getting using implementing like different herbs in her diet and stuff like that. Like it really could be something that could alter her
And also too,
libido.
as you have to be nasty for your partner. When I say nasty, you have to be open.
But it's a balance too, because at the end of the day, you're not always gonna want to have sex.
Now at my age, I have dated people who, because sometimes I think I want to do all the time, but you know, it's a balance to your sex life. And as young as I am, I be wanting to have sex. So if my partner don't want to have sex all the time, I have to kind of, you know, think of ways to please. Well, right. I can please myself. I don't need nobody else.
Henry James made a good point. He said, and some of these people don't look like their pictures in person. Henry said it, not me. I agree, though.
Catfishing.
Is there somebody there?
No, ain't nobody.
Oh, they hung up.
Yeah, they hung up. Cause
okay.
You know, y'all should be proud of me tonight because I haven't been hanging up on people. I've been letting people talk. I've been giving them 2+ minutes. So y'all should be very proud of me because usually, girl, 60 seconds or you're out.
Lord have mercy.
Any more questions that y'all want to drop in the comment box or y'all want to call and say? Maybe I should open up a sex class. Not a sex class. You ever seen Meet the Fockers?
I did. I can't remember what it was about though. But
and it was the mama Focker and you know the mama Focker. She was a
wasn't it Diane Keaton?
I know it's Adam.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Statler, some shit.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he in there.
Yeah. Mantra said I can have sex all day, every day. See, I'm the same way. I have a very high sex drive.
I have a high sex drive.
I have a very high sex drive. So,
and I like not surprises, but like stuff like if I'm driving in the car and you just reach over and just stop. Girl, I like stuff like that.
Me too. I like
stuff like that.
Like I remember leaving a concert. It was a Luther Vandross concert. Now you know how long ago that was because Luther has been gone.
He been gone for a long time.
And I was leaving the concert. I was dating this guy from the Bahamas. And baby, when I tell you, he was driving.
Let me tell you, Craig, I have did one out of my whole life. I think the craziest thing that
a Taurus can bust down anytime. You better know it. Go ahead, what?
Bust down what?
Fuck, I'm a Taurus. May 4th. Go ahead, what were you about to say?
Girl. For you to be so old, you were really so nasty, girl. I wish they can hear some of the things that you say off camera.
I'm very nasty. Not with everybody though. It has to be somebody I'm connected with.
I can say something.
I couldn't be.
There's a handful of people that made me just.
I wouldn't be able to write all of them nasty sex scenes. Not nasty because they're not nasty.
Do you like to have sex or you like to make love?
Both. Sometimes you just want to get it in. You just want to fuck.
Just want to fuck.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to take your time and lay and lick and touch and caress and hold and put it in for a little bit and kiss and then take it out and roll around a little bit and then put it in again.
Oh, girl, you nasty.
Yeah. And then sometimes you just want to come from the gym and be like, come on, let me bust it down, Tatiana. Right.
Girl,
don't worry about no shower. Come here.
Come here real quick.
Don't worry about no shower.
We can shower after.
Right. I just want to put my mouth down there. Come on here. You know how it is. Sometimes you want to just get it. You know what I'm saying?
I think I ain't gonna say that ain't the nastiest thing I did, but one of the wildest things I have did, girl, Lord was with me that night.
I fucked in the car before. A few times.
Girl, put the seats all the way up, girl.
I was all crunched up.
Girl, okay, get in that little back seat, girl, imagine.
See, look, Sam Smith talking about, oh no, I don't bust nothing down that hasn't had a shower. See?
Girl, she ain't lived yet.
She ain't lived.
You
ain't lived, niece. No, because see, every now and then you just want to go ahead and just put it in.
Slide right on.
You ain't got to put your mouth down there.
Girl, one of the
just
craziest things, this boy was driving the car.
And what happened?
Girl, I was on top of him while he was driving. Girl, the Lord was with me that night. But girl, it was the wildest.
See, I didn't have no condom.
No, girl. I ain't never say that, girl. I said I was fucking.
So you mean to tell me you didn't put a condom on this man and then climb him?
Period, girl.
So you didn't
Each card that I
you
had.
didn't climb on that
Look,
man's
look.
raw penis?
Girl, I ain't say it was raw. You know what, bitch? Why you always trying to put me in the raw category? I noticed that. You always trying to put me in the raw category, girl. Each card that I have a box of condoms in it, and it have a lube in it. The packages. You don't have that? Oh.
Pull that panty to the side, baby, and let them slide right on through.
Girl, hello? Hello?
What's up, India? Listen, ain't nobody got time to be trying to take no shower all the time. Sometimes you just want to go ahead and get it.
Because then you going to ruin the mood, girl.
You gonna ruin the mood.
Bitch, I got to wait for you to shower.
Right.
Girl, come here real quick. Now, I may not go down on you, but girl, you can slide on in there.
I ain't
can
saying
slide
all that.
through there.
Right.
But girl, hold on, let me hang up these phones. We don't close the phone lines, y'all, because we have about another 5 minutes, even though Craig was late. And he always trying to blame me.
You were late.
Girl, you always trying to blame me for things.
You were late. You were not here. Anyway.
Girl, speaking of the Kim album, girl, you seen the Kim album?
That Lil Kim album is trash.
Girl.
Listen, and I love Lil Kim. I'm a Lil Kim fan.
I don't have that card no more, child.
But, you know, my thing is, I listened to the whole album and I didn't like it.
Girl, your
First of all, she don't even sound like herself on the
first of all, we're going to move past the Kim.
But wait, let me tell you this though before you tell me that. I'm going to tell you what my motherfucking song is, and I've been weighing it out.
What?
Wale and Jeremiah, On Chill.
On Chill, baby.
We've been in, how it go?
I don't know. Girl, I thought that was your song.
That's how it go.
Don't play it, girl. They're going to shut your page down.
They ain't going to shut it down that quick.
Girl, these people know what it is. But what I was finna say was,
okay, go ahead.
When I tell you they've been giving your friend the blues.
Who?
Your friend, Gold Fangs. Girl, let me tell you.
Do you know? Somebody told me the other day that she said on one of her lives that I have AIDS. Now I don't know how true that is.
Baby, we gonna move past that. Baby, for the last 2 weeks, girl, she has been the talk of the internet. Girl, then they call her in Food Depot.
Oh, I saw that.
Bitch, that video I seen.
I was
girl,
screaming.
she can't get a break. First, her car got repoed.
Talking about coming from the. I don't think it got
repoed either. I think it broke down. But you know, people gonna add a little fire to the flame.
That whole Wale album is really good. It is really good.
Wale is very talented. I like Wale.
Mm-hmm. Tessa says Taurus do have a high sex drive.
You let Wale walk in here right now.
You gonna drop down to your knees?
Girl, before he can even step on your carpet, girl, he won't have to take your shoes off. Girl, you ever seen...
You like Wale like that?
I do like Wale. Girl, you ever seen...
Like sexually like that?
You ever seen the Mr. Clean commercial, girl, how it's be spicking and spinning?
And the little sparkles.
Girl, he won't know what to do, girl. I'll be signed, then I ain't a rapper. Hello? Mic check. Baby. Baby.
Yeah, that Wale album is good. That Wale album is really good. But anyway, all right. I think that's it for the night.
Girl, because I'm gonna get ready to go.
Thank you, Alicia, for cash apping for us to donate a book to the Lost and Found organization. If you want to donate a copy or copies to Lost and Found, one book is $20, 236, 354. Books will be going out tomorrow.
Girl, you love looking at my messages, girl.
Right. If you want to purchase a book, one book is $20, 236, 354. My cash app is TheWriter. TheWriter. It's pinned down here in the information.
And mine is KeonStafford.
Mm-hmm. And the books are available on Audible, Amazon, and all e-readers. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Tomorrow is $5 Friday, niece. $5 Friday tomorrow.
Girl, don't call me, aggravate me tomorrow, because I ain't coming over here.
You must want to come over tomorrow.
No, girl, I don't, girl.
Why you keep bringing it up?
No, girl, because I know how you get, girl. You'll say, bitch, go ahead, just come up, girl. You ain't got shit to do. Girl, tomorrow's Friday, girl. I'm going to relax. So I'm putting it out there right now. I need to go get a haircut. I look like a wild child. But thank y'all for coming out. Girl, right, fix your face. Girl, I thought you was hit that end button. Girl, I was gonna say, how rude of you. Girl, you know this gonna be headline tomorrow, right?
I don't even know why you brought that up. But yeah, somebody told me that lady was saying in one of them videos that I got AIDS.
Girl, I know what she said. You wanna go over there? Girl, I gonna knock on her door, girl.
And y'all want to know why I post my HIV negative results on my social media?
Girl, we can pull up on her, girl. She stay right over there. Girl in that brick house. Girl, you wanna pull up on the girl?
And then when she start reading,
Girl, you know what?
because you know somebody been in screen
Somebody can screenshot
and send it to her.
and send this to her. Let me tell y'all something. Before I say this, I will give her props though. Because the way she read Bobby Lights.
You a messy girl.
Baby, you gotta give credit when it's due.
She said he had AIDS too.
Girl, she said you and your cousin, Katrina Sourpuss Harper, share the same deal. Though.
Have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Bye.
Bye. Girl, they gonna scream.